Relationship advice. Update. My girlfriend, female 21, confessed that she used to get with married men and doesn't feel bad about it. Original story. I have been with my girlfriend for a year. Everything was perfectly okay before this, no red flags or anything like that. She is the sweetest and most innocent person ever. So I thought. She doesn't use Reddit, so I just came here for advice. Yesterday, she got drunk and started confessing some things to me. We were watching a movie on Netflix about a student getting with a teacher, and she out of nowhere confessed that she had slept with her high school teacher after she finished school. She added on that he was married and she didn't feel bad or anything like that. She said it so calm and did not seem to care, probably because she was drunk. I was kind of in shock and asked her if she felt bad. She said no, that she's actually been with another married man after this man, and casually said that it was exciting that she was able to get with married men. After this, she fell asleep and went to work this morning and everything seemed normal to her. I don't think she even remembers telling me. I am so disgusted. And I really thought I knew this girl, but I am unsure of what to do. Can I even get upset over this? I've been thinking about breaking up with her, but I don't know if I'm overthinking it. Her lack of morals disgusts me, and I don't even know how to approach this. Any advice/thoughts would be appreciated. Now for the top advice before reading the update. Well, she was perfectly fine with them cheating on their wives. What are her morals in cheating herself? Is it exciting to be a cheater? If you don't think you can trust her anymore, then by all means judge her for her past and break up with her. I'm guessing it's a power trip for her, an ego boost, that these men were putting their entire lives and families on the line simply to be with her. But she was trashed. People rarely express themselves well when hammered. Personally, I'd question her on the topic when sober. Just repeat what she said and see how she reacts. If she shrugs it off, I think that's a huge red flag. If her morals regarding this don't align with yours for something like this, I would definitely say it's a deal breaker and end it. Of course, I would ask her about it when she's sober first. Try not to trip on the giant red flag. She gets off on the thrill of men putting their marriages on the line for her. She is definitely not marriage material. She whipped out that flag and slapped him with it. I would find it hard to trust someone who has affairs with married people and had no remorse, especially if I felt serious enough about the relationship and was considering marriage. I feel like people are really focused on the fact that you shouldn't hold someone to their past, which is fair. But if girlfriend admitted that she got with her high school teacher after graduating, 17 to 18 years old, continued being with married men, and she's 21 now, we're talking about a 3-year window, which arguably isn't a lot of time to learn from it. Of course, she doesn't feel remorseful. It's potentially still happening. I personally would also have a hard time trusting someone with such lack of empathy and respect for others and their relationships. To each their own, everyone grows and changes, but I wouldn't stick in a relationship with a giant red flag like that. If my boyfriend told me he used to get off on getting girls to cheat on their husbands, and that he still feels good about what he did, I wouldn't be able to look at him anymore. Instant disgust like you're saying. If my man confessed that to me, it would be a strong and definite deal breaker. Sorry to hear your girlfriend has no morals, and sorry to all those marriages, probably people with children, who are now ruined due to your girlfriend's selfish acts. Entire lives are ruined for what seems to be her thing. And now for the update. Hello Reddit. I thought I would come back and update since everyone gave me very much needed advice. I was not going to update since things honestly got worse and everything came from left field that I wanted to move on from this whole situation. Some people ask for my age and I am 24 male. After she got drunk and confessed to me that she used to be with married men and was actually thrilled that she was able to be with married men, she went to work the next morning and everything seemed normal. In the afternoon, she came over to my place and after reading everyone's comments, I wasn't sure of how to approach her. So when she came over, we started watching a movie and I acted like everything was normal. She fell asleep and soon after this, she got a text from her best friend. It came on the MacBook screen and my gut told me to read their messages. Her best friend, let's name her Emily, had sent her a screenshot of her talking to a man. And Emily asked him if he was married, and he said, "Yes, I am, haha." And my girlfriend responded with, I mean, he clearly doesn't care about his marriage. That's even sexier. And Emily said, I don't care. He's the one that should be respecting his wife, not me. Also, I like married men who cheat, especially if they're attractive. They both agreed on having a man prefer you over their wives was such a thrill. And how it was sexy they were willing to put their marriages on the line for them. And they were both laughing about it. I took a screenshot because I was not only repulsed, but also disgusted that my girlfriend was okay and going along with this type of behavior. I couldn't believe what I was reading. I woke her up after this and confronted her about what she had told me yesterday. To my surprise, she was surprised as to why it was such a big deal to me. I told her that being okay with being a willing participant with cheating was disgusting, and she has no morals for doing that. I suggested she go to therapy since there is some underlying reason as to why she might be like that. She said that she's perfectly okay. That it's the men who cheat are the ones who need to seek therapy. And she said she has, in her words, absolutely nothing to be sorry about. I really can't believe I wasted a year of my life with this person. I really thought I knew her. Her lack of morals, ethics, values, beliefs, and integrity baffles me. After this, I told her to leave my place and automatically blocked her. I'm sorry if this is long, but I do not want to talk about this to anyone. Because this situation is beyond embarrassing and disgusting that I was with someone like this. Since the beginning, she was always, or seemed, like the most sweet and innocent person ever. I guess I never knew the real her. I wish I had a good update, but that's all I have for you guys. I wish this was just a bad dream, but it's not. I will focus on moving forward and thank you for everyone's advice. You dodged a major bullet there. Disagree. It was a freaking nuke. Agreed. I mean, if the dude stays with that person, he would be cheated soon enough, and she would find it exciting because it's hard to put a relationship on the line, going by her beliefs. I mean, he clearly doesn't care about his marriage. That's even sexier. There's nothing attractive about trash and its behavior. Her and a cheating husband. Edited to add. To the commenters on the original post saying the girlfriend didn't break any promises to the wives, and it's not a big deal unless it happens to me because I don't care about others, go get some oxygen because your head has been in your behind for so long. I'm sure she won't ever have a problem with sleeping with married men until the best friend goes after her husband and he does cheat. I've always thought it odd when women find it a badge of honor to get with a married man. Any gender really, but using the genders to match Opie's situation. I've always thought of it this way. Your girlfriend was not so desirable the married party actually deemed her worth of blowing up their life over. A serial married cheater chooses partners with equal amounts to lose, or targets of low consequence that are easy to control during the affair and discard cleanly to end the affair. A 21-year-old is rarely going to have as much on the line as an older married person should things go bad. In reality, a 21-year-old is usually a mark ignorant to their actual position in the affair. Not something I take pride in personally. I was trying to figure out how to put exactly what you wrote into words. It isn't a positive he wanted to cheat with you. It's a huge negative. How does she delude herself into thinking otherwise? You did the right thing. She would have caused you much pain because she is a broken person that does not see how important boundaries are in a marriage. Last story is titled, Update. I, 28 male, messed up by asking my girlfriend, 26 female, to stop talking about her late boyfriend. Original story. Her college boyfriend passed away in an accident 5 years ago. I, 28 male, understand that he will always be part of her, 26 female, life and she will always love him. Her grief and trauma and how she dealt with losing her boyfriend is a part of who she is as a person. We have been dating for 2 years now. The problem is that she brings him into our relationship. Every time I make a mistake or get hurt, she always brings up how he used to treat her and how I should try to be more like him. She doesn't do it in an accusatory way, but it still kinda stings. It has been getting to me. Yesterday, I got news that I received the promotion I had been vying for. I was not very hopeful about getting it. It was a position which had many candidates from all different departments. We celebrated a little. We started talking about how we could do all the things we had planned for. In the middle of the conversation, I joked about being too anxious about these things. She responded by saying that her boyfriend had always been so calm and collected. Very chill about everything. He could just shrug off anything. I am exactly the opposite. I am anxious and a person who worries a lot. I don't know why, but it hurts me a lot. I asked her to stop talking about him. She looked offended but didn't respond, and I just ruined the night. We sat there for a few minutes before she decided to clean up and go to bed early. I feel like I'm being compared against someone I will never match up to. I know that he is very important to her, but can't she cherish him without making me feel like crap? She has been distant today. I know she's hurt. She has barely spoken to me today. I feel I should have just ignored her comments and rolled with it. My message and delivery were all wrong. I feel guilty about hurting her. I should have done a better job of being sensitive about this and brought it up when she was celebrating. I want to sort this out and have a productive conversation with her so that we can deal with this issue. How? Need some help going about that. Now for the top comments before reading the update. I don't think you're in the wrong here. Yes, you could have been more sensitive about it, which you acknowledge and should apologize for, but I really don't think you're in the wrong. You're being held to an impossible standard, and that's 100% unfair to you. You can't even celebrate your own accomplishments without her trying to make it all about him. It sucks that it came to a head like this, but use this as a chance to finally address this issue. You cannot move forward in your relationship with a dead guy hanging over the two of you. Yes, she can grieve and miss him, but that isn't what she is doing. She's using him as a tool to aid in making you feel less than someone else. Seriously, she needs counseling. Absolutely this. She's not being fair. You didn't do anything wrong. It's often very hard to say things calmly or reasonably when you are hurt or angry. You don't say if you have talked to her about the issue. You really should. She hasn't moved past her late boyfriend. People only remember the good stuff when people die, never the bad stuff. You can never be his equal because he is dead. Can't screw up. It is not fair for her to compare the two of you. You need to tell her how it makes you feel. She is free to remember him in her mind, but not in yours. Like the others, it's not weird that you feel like this. Comparing your current partner to an ex like that is not okay, even if he's dead. Yeah, you could have worded that better, but that doesn't mean you're wrong. But rather than her just stop talking about her dead partner, she probably needs counseling. But honestly, you don't have to be there for it. You deserve a partner who appreciates you and don't compare you to others. She might be a good person, but she hasn't been a good partner to you. I don't think she's ready for a relationship with another person. And now for the update. All the comments here helped me understand that we needed to talk about the issue, but she was still a bit mad at me. I thought I should just give her space for a few days. I think a day or two after it was announced that I was being promoted. Some of my colleagues hosted a little after-work dinner for me as I would be moving divisions and not working with them anymore. It was nice and it really touched me. And it also made me understand how screwed our relationship had become. I got what the comments meant, but I guess actually having a nice dinner celebrating my success felt great and made me truly understand how unhappy I felt. We had a talk a few days later. I told her that I felt unhappy and unappreciated, that I felt like I needed some time away from her. She almost seemed like she was waiting for this, as she didn't seem particularly upset over it. She said she understood, and she would move back to her parents as soon as possible. I know it is ugly, but some part of me wanted her to be upset. Some proof that she cared for me? I don't know. I feel like she didn't love me at all. I feel like I wasted years being in love with her. She moved out 2 weeks ago, and I miss her a lot. Home feels really lonely without her, but at the same time, I feel better. Not a lot, but I feel a bit better about myself. It is strange. She's not a bad person. She's a wonderful person, and that is why I fell in love with her. But the closer we got, the less happy our relationship made me. I know a lot of it was my fault, and I need to work on communication skills. You made the right decision. You can't compete with a ghost. And that's really it. She made an idealized form of her ex to help her grieve, but she isn't letting go. I feel bad for both of them. Opie wants to make her happy and have a relationship, but she was still not in a place to have one. The healing process is hard, and clearly she needs a push. Hopefully she gets the therapy she needs and doesn't keep relying on ghost boyfriend. Also, congrats Opie. This. When people lose someone, They often forget about any of their bad qualities and create a false image of someone who is completely perfect in every way. I get the impression that the girlfriend got into a relationship because it was easier than being alone and dealing with the grief, which obviously was terribly unfair on OP. He's much better off. I know it's hard, but you absolutely did the right thing. I remember your original post and was so frustrated at your ex's behavior. It's going to be hard and sad now, but you'll be so happy soon. Take the time to breathe freely and enjoy being on your own. For real, I just read the post and was beyond annoyed with the girlfriend. Her boyfriend died and was turned into a saint with no flaws. That would be crushing. Every time you did something wrong or right, to be told, well, Timmy never messed up or always did X. Sounds like you did the right thing. My partner also has a deceased ex, and I certainly would struggle if he was comparing me to her constantly. Grief is odd, but boundaries need to be maintained. Wishing you the best. Yeah, I'm the widow in my relationship, and while I definitely do talk about my late husband quite a bit, it is never done in a comparison way. I would never say to my boyfriend, "Husband was like this, why aren't you?" And because I'm respectful of that, he is respectful of the fact that my husband will always be a part of my life, and we can talk and I can tell stories, etc.